Thank you, Mary, for helping us keep this final day of the 2022 GEOINT Symposium upbeat and interesting. And it's a bit of a surprise to me that I was going to be on stage this morning, but I'm very pleased to be modeling the new cyberspace camo uniform today. Yeah, thank you, thank you. As I look out at you, who are the dedicated bitter enders, the dedicated professionals who came out here to Aurora, who made the most of the symposium this year, and are still here at the very end of our main stage program, it occurs to me that maybe we had it a little bit wrong when we opened the symposium and with remarks about our theme this year, the foundation of intelligence. Maybe not wrong, but maybe we inadvertently overlooked one very important element of our theme, and that element is all of you. Each and every one of you are the foundation of intelligence. You are what make our community great. You dedicate yourselves to your missions. You are innovators and thought leaders. You contribute your time and energy to our community in so many ways. You attend and speak at USGIF events. You contribute to our white papers. We just published one last Friday. I hope you go find it. You participate in our working groups. You help nurture the next generation of intelligence professionals. And without you, there would be no US Geospatial Intelligence Foundation. And for all that you do, and the many ways you help build our community, accelerate innovation, and advance the tradecraft, we thank you. Now, you may have noticed that throughout the week, we touched on ways that we can continue to expand our community to include a more diverse representation of the US population, frankly, in sessions dedicated to the topic on the main stage and in the YPG Hub, and woven throughout our discussions this week. I noticed how many of our speakers address topics related to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. Collectively, our missions necessitate the inclusion of diverse viewpoints and the recognition and elimination of cultural biases that prevent us from reaching our greatest potential. And we have work to do. So it is now my very great pleasure to announce today that USGIF will be adding a new working group dedicated to diversity, inclusion, and belonging in the GEOINT community. Mr. Aaron Kelly of Upslope Advisors and Ms. Jennifer Kreischer from Maxar are going to co-chair this working group. We are thrilled that they have volunteered their time and dedicated their passion to this effort. They're planning to take a few months to develop a charter for the group and decide upon its initial direction, so stay tuned, as we're going to be looking for members of the community to get involved after that. Now, before we roll up the carpets, literally, here in Aurora, I would again like to thank our 2022 symposium sponsors. Your generosity has really made this an amazing event, and we sincerely appreciate their support, especially given we just did this 6 months ago in St. Louis. And of course, speaking of St. Louis, we are excited to be heading back to the Lou next year. As you heard from our good friend Jason Hall just now, there is so much going on in the region that makes it an ideal place for our community to reconvene. From the vibrant academic environment to the community and civic efforts to encourage the geospatial industry to grow there, to efforts like the Taylor Geospatial Institute and the multi-tenant SGIF in the Globe building, and of course, NGA's N2W facility. And if you're a student of USGIF history like I am, you've probably figured out that the first time our community convened for an event like this was the GeoIntel conference that was held in 2003. And I cannot think of a better place to celebrate 20 years of our community than St. Louis. So we will gather there from May 21st through 24th. Put it in your calendars now. And our theme will be From Maps to Metaverse. We cannot wait to see you there. And I do have one last bit of business to attend to before we say farewell to the main stage, and that is to announce this year's winner of the GeoHunt. So our most intrepid hunter this year is Stephen Schaefer. And finally, I cannot close out the main stage without recognizing the amazing team at USGIF who dedicated themselves to delivering an outstanding symposium for you and did so with so much teamwork. I have never been a part of a team that is as amazing as this group of 16 individuals. Thank you to our many volunteers and contract staff whose contributions were also immensely valuable. And you guys rock. So with that, I'll say, see you in St. Louis. Thanks, everyone.